When I want to welcome everybody to Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can be a guest, answer relationship and love questions, give insight and tips to better understand love and relationships. But this is season 5. Man, if y'all missed the last 3 episodes, man, we're on episode 4 of Letters to Cupid. Man, it's going to be an amazing show. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. Stay tuned. Like I said, every episode has a story at the end about Dear Cupid. Well, Cupid, me. Well, the fictional character. But like I said, man, if you don't know your love language, don't hesitate to ask me for that link. You can take the quiz. It takes about a good 5-10 minutes to take the quiz. Always go with your first mind. Don't go with your second mind, because if you second guess how you feel about a situation, then it's not the true feeling that you're looking for. So if you don't know your love language, man, take the love language quiz. It'll take about 5 or 10 minutes. Also, keep your language clean and your hearts open, because this is Dear Cupid. But before we get started, I want to bring up to the stage, the amazing, the beautiful. She always matters to me. She might matter to you, but she's gonna matter to me. Why it matter? Co-host. She didn't even catch it. She wasn't even listening. She wasn't even listening.
What, your words of affirmation? I matter to you?
Oh, you're okay, cool. This one here, you
I
actually
be
heard
hearing,
why
I
it
be hearing
matter.
your words of affirmation. I know. You know my love language.
All right.
Hi, Vishay. Hi, Buttercup.
All right. So Wyatt, go ahead and introduce yourself and let the guy going on the app.
All right. I'm Wyatt Matter. I'm live every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, as well as 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm actually going to be introducing my show that I'm trying to get featured. It's Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern, called Found a Way, where we take unconventional relationships and we're trying to fit them into the new norm. We speak on the positives and the benefits of these unconventional relationships. And then I'm on Cookie Show Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern, called A Difference Together, where we make a difference in regards to different aspects of life. Um, I also have a show on Fridays. That one is just a free for all. Come and hang out. That's Debate of the Genders, where we talk about relationships. The next one is going to be single parents and dating. That's Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sounds like she
I
got a
know,
busy
I do a
schedule,
lot.
everybody.
I
She
do a
got a
lot.
really busy.
With more to come.
I gotta find out she got time for Cupid in that calendar right there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, y'all make sure
We
y'all
make it
say
work.
why it matter, man. She got good vibes. She doing a lot. She doing a lot on the app. She's moving. She's making it happen. You heard me? She finally making it happen. She was making a lot of noise back then, but she about to shake the world with this one. But like I said, hey, this is Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got Why It Matters in the box, and this is season 5. Letters to Cupid, and I just want to say, like, people be always be like, "Dear Cupid," like people be coming to my life like, "Dear Cupid," like, what's up? It'd be so shocking to me. But the topic of the night is Dear Cupid, betrayal. Why most relationships fall apart. Mm, mm,
Hmm.
that's a little deep right there. So, Wyatt, I
Yes.
want everybody that's in here. Why most relationships fall apart? I, I, I got to know. Like, what's y'all opinion? Like, I want to know all y'all answers. I want to know it all. Why? What you got?
It's a lack of communication. That's the base of it all. Communication is your foundation. So if you lack in that
Mm,
department, anything that you try to accomplish in that relationship is not going to work,
mm,
because you're not communicating. You're never going to be on the same page, because, like, If I can't communicate with you how I'm feeling, you're never going to know how I'm feeling, and you're going to keep doing it. If we don't communicate that we don't like we have the same goal, then we're going to sit here and just it's just a nonstop domino effect of where you're not accomplishing anything. You know what I mean? And that lack of communication is just going to get you to a point like even when you break up, you're not even going to be able to communicate. But
Mm-mm.
and see like and I see
And
like
the
how
crazy thing
everybody's
is,
sitting here giving all these different reasons, but if you think about it, at the end of the day, um, nothing's going to be resolved because you're not communicating, no matter what this problem might be.
and you know what the crazy thing is? Y'all saying communication and comprehension, priorities, and being there for that person. Are you following that rule? Are you actually doing that? Are you actually following in that footstep of what you saying that people are lacking? Like you can speak so much about what people are doing to make their relationships fall apart or what causes it to break down. Do
Right.
you
Like,
follow that
oh,
rule of thumb? Because if you're not doing it, how are you supposed to tell somebody else to do it?
I
I'm
lack
like,
with
everybody's
certain
not
people.
perfect, you know. Hmm.
I lack with certain people. There's
Look,
some
I want you to be
people
honest.
I communicate, and there's some people I won't communicate at all. There's some people like I think me and you talked about this,
Hmm.
Cupid. There was a relationship that you just became aware about that I used to have, and it was a lack of communication. I didn't say
Hmm.
anything about issues I had in the relationship until after we were done. I didn't say anything about how I was feeling
Hmm.
about certain things until after everything was over. Thank you, love.
So, what would y'all say about betrayal? Give me a definition of betrayal for y'all in a relationship. Give me some type of betrayals that y'all see in a relationship.
I'll keep it simple. Having those friends that bothers like if your partner makes it a point to say, you know what, I don't like you hanging with that person or I'm uncomfortable. And so you keep your friendship with that person on the DL. Not saying that you're doing anything bad against your relationship, but it's just the fact that you're not respecting that partner's feelings and you're hiding it.
Hmm.
That's betrayal.
Hmm. Keeping keeping secrets,
Hmm.
um, trust, basically, being
Exactly.
honest. Man, I'm just saying, I want to know everybody in the comments if y'all want to run it up, let me know. Betrayal. What is betrayal for y'all in a relationship? How do y'all, what y'all see as betrayal in a relationship or in something that you're trying to pursue into a relationship and you're trying to get this person to understand, like, hey, I want you to be able to, be honest with me. I want you to be transparent because in a relationship, you have to be transparent. If you're
No,
not
cheating is the
transparent, you're
ultimate
not
betrayal,
giving a
great girl.
person that giving that person that basically that energy because if you're not giving them that same energy that they're trying to give to you, they're gonna look at it as you're not 100% in this relationship. Well, nothing is perfect, but I'm just saying that percentage is everything. When you try to put your best foot forward in a relationship, the other person sees it as, oh, this person is really interested in me. This person is doing everything they can to make sure that I'm happy in this relationship. Because if I make them happy, I'm happy.
Right.
So, man, like I said, this is Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can be a guest, answer relationship and love questions, give insight and tips to better understand love and relationships. This is season 5, episode 4. If y'all missed the last 3 episodes, man, y'all missed a treat because I do story time at the end. Tell you a little story about Cupid. But we just finished talking about at the beginning, we're talking about the understanding of love languages and trying to figure out if you knew your love language. And also, we got into the topic of the show, betrayal, why most relationships fall apart, and question why most relationships fall apart. Trust. honesty, communication, transparency, all that, all those coincide with each other. Losing love in someone and not telling them till the relationship is ended by the person that love. I don't even want to get into that one. I done had that happen so many times. Well, I was in love with somebody. They ended up breaking everything off, and then everything starts to come out at the end. Everything, like they didn't cheated, they didn't mess with my best friend, they didn't did so much stuff, and nothing was said or nothing came to light until after the relationship.
Right.
And that's the most hurtful, because you actually stayed with this person, or you been around this person, but you never thought, or you never gave an accusation or anything to say, hey, this person is cheating, because you were so basically blinded by the relationship, because everything seemed fine to you. There, you didn't see any
Exactly.
crazy signs, you because look, I know I'm not the only one. A lot of y'all maybe be blinded by just feeling happy that somebody is loving you, and you don't even know what they're doing. Like they always say, your left hand don't know what your right hand doing. But I'm like, it's a problem, because it hurts after a while. It hurts. So,
It
like I
does.
said, betrayal in personal relationship refer to the violation of your trust by someone close to you. That's a betrayal. The betrayal could be your partner's infidelity, or it could be your best friends dropping you for a new friend. It coincides with everything. You might also be betrayed if your significant other didn't defend you in an argument with somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's so many different ways that betrayal can be defined. It can be spoken about on different things that can break out a relationship. It's crazy. We got, once you become too complex and lazy, complacent and lazy to work on it and make it feel like the first time, you might end up losing interest too. Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to bring in, something that's gonna spice up the relationship, or do something out of the norm to actually, bring a flame back into the love life. Because a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, they seem all cool. Everything is on point. Like you do, it's like a job interview. You go there all dressed up, you do everything
Hmm.
on
Then you
point.
get comfortable and
But
let
as soon as you
loose.
get the job, or you like, for example, I had a show where I actually talked about, it said the employee of love. So you basically go to the interview. You go through the dating process of actually the job. And then after you get the job and do all this, you're being in a relationship with the job. So basically,
Hmm.
love is like a job. You have to keep working at it to make it better. You don't stop working, because at the end of the day, if you stop working, love don't work no more. It's not, nobody's putting in no effort. You got to maintain to keep going.
Hmm.
Just like if you're trying to run your own business, you got to put in effort to keep it going. You got to spend money to make money. I mean, you got to give love to get love. Hello?
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
Look,
I'm
and if
I'm
you
just
don't
trying
want to
to
put
tell
in
you.
all that work,
I'm trying to teach
being
you
if you don't
something.
want to put in all that work, when you enter that relationship or when you're trying to pursue that person, be mediocre because then they gonna expect better from you because you're already mediocre. That's what they got when they first met you. That's what somebody told me about my job. He said, "See, you know where you messed up at? You worked too hard." He's like, "If you never would have worked so hard and you were mediocre, they wouldn't expect so much out of you all the time." And I said, "Damn, I know that for my next job now. You smart."
So this is the crazy thing. This this is the crazy thing. My cousin actually told me about this. She actually said, you show your true colors at the beginning. That's okay, but to certain people, they shouldn't have to see that in the first beginning. Ease your way into a relationship, or ease your way into a situation with someone. For example, I was a teacher. I was doing everything backwards. Basically, I was backwards. I was
Hmm.
teaching, but I was trying to be their friend before I was their teacher. You feel me? I was
Mm.
being nice. I was letting them do things. I wasn't being strict because I was the cool teacher. I was, oh, I want to go to his classroom because they actually do work, but they get to be on their cell phone, or they get to do this, they get to do that. But
Right.
if I was teacher first and then friend last, it would have been a different situation, a
Probably
different
more
relationship
productivity.
with these kids because yes, and the crazy thing, they did their work, but they ran amok. Like, oh my goodness, they went crazy.
Hmm.
But if I would have, because I grew so attached to these kids, where if they got in trouble, I tried to just fix it, but I
Hmm.
can't fix everything. Um, it's just like a relationship. You jump into a relationship, you throw everything out, you basically giving this person everything on the table. This is how I am. This is what I do. Guess what? They can use it and run with it, or use it as a weakness.
Hmm.
And guess what? The
I say
kids did
give
the
people
same
that
thing. They used
option.
everything that I was. Mm,
Give them that option to decide if that's what they want to deal with. Like lay if you not lay everything on the table, but like introduce these aspects of yourself. And if they want to keep it going, they're going to keep it going. If they don't, then they're not.
look, all I'm saying is understand who you are in a relationship. Sit down with your partner and try to figure out different things that can make it better. Because at the end of the day, whatever you do in your relationship dictate how your relationship continues, because nothing should dictate your relationship from the outside in. It's from the inside out. A lot of people welcome noise from the outside. A lot of people welcome extra. Your mama not in your relationship, your daddy not in your relationship, your sister, your
Exactly.
brother, your cousin, your best friend. That's also another aspect of most relationships failing, because you bring in noise from the outside. You listen to that little whisper in your ear, the little Jiminy Cricket, good or bad. Guess what? That's what's the problem. Because when you open that door, it's your house. Don't open the door and welcome the air in all the time. Sometimes you got to let it air out. Feel me? Hello? Is anybody there? I just want to let you know. Let the air out. Don't always let the air in. You gotta let the
Right.
air. You gotta let the house air out every now and then. But hey, like I
Morning
said, this
coffee,
is Dear
baby.
Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can be a guest, answer relationship and love questions, give insight and tips to better understand love and relationships. We got the special co-host in the box. We got Why It Matter, because she matters to me. She should matter to you. Y'all make sure you hit her with a fade. I'm just saying, man, this is season 5, episode 4, betrayal. Like, has anybody ever felt betrayal in a relationship? Like, has it really hurt you in a relation? Like, have it ever like threw you for a loop? Like, man, you thought this person was everything for you. You thought this person was basically for the ladies. Y'all thought he was the prince in shining armor, the knight, and all that. But he was just a gesture, a joke for the
Hmm.
men. You thought she was your princess, your queen, but she was just. A, I can't even find a.
She was the
I can't
wench.
find. I can't do that one.
She
But I'm
was the
just.
wench.
There you go. She was just a wench.
For the
Basically, she was for
streets.
the streets. Like, for example, a lot of people ask me on Cupid, what you looking for on the app? Why you on the app? At first, I was on the app looking for love, but I became a streamer. But how can I find love in something that I've made into a job? My mom always said, "Look, don't mark where you make money." You feel me?
True.
So if something do transpire into a relationship, yeah, I'm gonna take a crack at it, but it's gonna be at arm's length, because, like my mom always say, I wear my heart on my sleeves. I really do. I really do. You can't mix business with pleasure, and I've done it so many times. I actually had a relationship at some of my jobs, and it didn't work because I let relationship or situation I was in at work damage my work history, and that's another thing that causes a relationship to go down. Not just betrayal or trust or anything. It's also your mind dealing with certain situations that you have with that partner at work. You bringing stuff at work home and work, I mean, home to work, and it's not working. You
Right.
gotta, you have to prioritize. Like someone said in the comments, you gotta prioritize relationship. Basically you gotta categorize. You gotta put it in a file cabinet, close it away, because you can't do this at work. So basically, you
Mm-hmm.
got relationships, you got friendships, and you got work. Everything for work. You got work friends, you got work, all that. Separate all that from friends and relation. Well, you got situationships too. You can't put situationships with all this. So if you're in a situationship, you can't have a relationship. If you have a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, you can have friends, but you can't have too many work friends, because people are gonna run and say something about some situation you probably had at work and say something, and then they get down the line. You gotta think about it, go all the way back
Right.
around to that person that you're supposed to be in a situationship with, because you have feelings for this person, but you got noise at work, and you going back and say, "Yeah, I got such and such, this, is that, and the other." It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So keep everything separated. Don't bring home to work. Don't say, "Oh, me and my wife having a problem. Me and my girlfriend going through some stuff." They don't need to know that. That's work. Don't
Mm-hmm.
tell your mama, your cousin, your daddy all that, because guess what? They're gonna be like, "I told you not to be with that boy. I told you not to be with that girl. She crazy. I knew something was wrong with her." Now that's all in the back
Exactly.
of your head, telling your best friend, "Man, I don't want to be with her no more. She driving me crazy. All she want to do is argue." But guess what? If she want to argue all the time, listen to her. All you gotta do is, ain't nothing wrong with a little argument. Guess what? Two different minds are basically in a relationship together. Listen to one another. Like give somebody, give them a chance to talk. Because if you let them talk, then it's not an
Right.
argument.
So.
It's only them telling you something. You just listening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, listen, and then guess what? You can say your piece afterwards. If you agree with him, say, "You know what? I agree." Stop being the fuel to the fire, and be that blanket to put it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reach somebody in here, because
Yeah.
somebody gotta put the flame out. I understand I'm a fire sign, but sometimes I gotta just simmer down a little bit, because I understand I do say some words back, but I do have to listen sometime. I do have to actually put my difference aside and say, "Know what? I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna be quiet." And I get quiet because I get in my ways. And in my past relationships, I've done that. I've gone on the defense because I'm very defensive. I really am.
Oh, me
I'm
too.
not an
Me
aggressor.
too.
I'm more of a defense. I lock down. I lock down. I'll be like, "Know what? Boom. Nope. Mm-mm. Whatever you say, I don't care. Whatever you say, I don't
Yeah,
care.
I'm
Nope."
I'm very defensive too. I've
And
had
but
people that come and tell me about a man that I'm talking to. I don't want to hear it. Because I'm a firm believer where it's like, if I
nope.
don't see it for myself, I don't want to believe it, because you could be bringing me information of what
Facts.
you thought you saw. You could, like, it could not be, it might not be true what you think you saw. You might have gotten misconstrued what you saw, or you don't know
Mm-hmm.
the full understanding of what me and that person got going on. So don't come to me with nothing unless it was said to you and you have receipts of what was said to you. I don't want to hear it.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. Something about y'all women in these receipts. Y'all, man, y'all got the whole cash register drawer with receipts. I'm like, man,
Yep.
y'all be having everything. They
Mm-hmm.
be like, remember back then on 2019, 30, um, 17? I'm like, what day that was? Oh, that was a
Keep it all in
Wednesday.
the filing cabinet. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of brain a woman got, but shoot, they got the receipts. And they keep it. They got screenshots. They got iCloud. They got Google Plus. All
Screen
that.
recordings.
They got it locked away somewhere.
Look,
Don't look. I'm
I
telling
got
you, don't be
videos
on
of
the
me
phone with
scrolling
they
through
go.
a whole conversation between me and a person, and I will click on that account and show you that that's their number, that's who they are. Hmm.
Woo! Yep. I will not get in the argument with none of y'all. Nope. Mm-mm. That's why I keep nope. Mm-mm. Cupid will not be arguing with no woman. I will listen to you if I'm wrong, and if I'm right, I'm still wrong. But like I said, this is Derek Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, this is season 5, episode 4. We got Wyatt Matters, the special co-host for the night for season 5. Let us to Cupid, understanding Cupid's story, and the topic of the show is betrayal and why most relationships fall apart. Like a lot of people said, it's the communication. A lot of people don't talk. A lot of people don't text and say, "Hey, baby, just thought about you. Just want to let you know how you good." But a lot of people don't text back. That's another thing. I don't like when I text you and you don't text back. At least tell me something. You don't be. I'm sorry. Nobody is away from their phone for 24 hours.
Mm.
Nobody is away from their phone for 24 hours. You ain't sleep for 24 hours.
See, I'm bad because I have two numbers,
I'm really trying to figure this
so
out.
I'll pick one phone over
I
the other.
understand that,
Yeah, that's my
but
issue.
I'm
I'll
like,
have
I
one phone
understand that,
tucked away in the
but
corner, and the other one with me all the
I
time.
didn't, I didn't have somebody say, "Oh, I was asleep." You was asleep during the day with nothing to do. You work at night. You could have texted me at least. I'm just saying. Ain't no way you without your phone and when you wake up you don't text, call, you don't it's not adding up. Like I know 1 + 1 = 2 and 2 × 2 = 4 and all those stuff, but what I just called and nobody answered and that's another thing. If you're in a relationship or you in some type of situation with somebody that you're trying to pursue and that person every time you call they don't pick up but every time they call you you pick up, that's a problem. I'm sorry. Ain't no such thing as one person ain't answering. No, I'm trying to get it out because I,
No,
I deal
you
with
speaking
certain
facts.
stuff
You
like
be
that.
because
Like
I've been on both ends of that situationship. I've been the one that's always calling and they don't pick up, but when they call me, I pick up. And I've been the one where they stay calling my ass and I just never answer. I'll just respond to a text though. I just don't want to talk to you on the
that's what I'm
phone, so I
saying.
send
You
you a
you
text.
respond to a text. Yeah, like then the crazy thing is I text you and be like, hey, I just called. I'm busy. See the quietness. See the silence. You can answer a
I
text
mean,
message. You can
see,
actually
I'm
stop
smart with
whatever
it.
you doing.
Look, all y'all dummies got to get smart. You got to sit there and be like, you know what? I can't specifically talk on the phone right now. What's up? If it's really important, they're gonna respond with
It's
a text.
the you can actually stop. Yeah, like you can really stop whatever you're doing instead of
Look,
answering the phone and say, "Hey,
sometimes you're on the phone with that person. Sometimes you're on the phone with somebody, or you are on a call where you can't pick up the line at that moment. I've had plenty of stuff. There's a lot of stuff where I deal with. I'm on the phone with like schools, doctors. I got kids. I've got
let me
business
stop you right now.
proposals.
I gotta do like people at church. 9 o'clock at night, you texting, but you ain't answering the phone. Hello,
Oh, that's just because I'm on the
hello,
phone with somebody else and the
and I called you
conversation is
twice.
good and I'm not trying to interrupt that shit. So I'll be like, look, boo, if it's that important, I'll text you and I'll call you back. But if it ain't that important, then you can just text me right now. I keep it 100. I'm on the
Cause
phone.
I'm really trying to find, like, at least
I'm
let me know
brutally
that, hey, I'm
honest.
on the phone.
I think that's what messes up my stuff is I'm too honest. Like you try to call a cupcake with me, I'll be like, I'm on the phone with so and so. And then when you call back an hour later, I'm on the phone with somebody else. I'll be, oh, I'm on the phone with this person now. Like, damn, like you ain't had time to. I'm like, they interrupted this conversation, and now I'm on the phone with this person. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, sorry.
Dang, it's the see. See, if you get into a relationship with Wyatt, this is what you're gonna deal with. She gonna be on the phone with everybody.
I really do be on the phone with everybody. But here's the
That's
thing:
what I'm saying.
if you give me good
I
conversation,
can't
I
I
will be
can't
on the phone with
ignore
you.
I can't ignore a call or a text unless I'm asleep. I'm literally asleep. Like I get calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? I don't know. I be asleep. Don't call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. It better be a really big emergency. You could text me and I'll wake up and see it. But if you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not answering. But if you call me and I see that you call me, if I really want to talk to you, I'm gonna call you back or I'll text you. But most of the time, I answer the phone for everybody that calls me. Everybody. But I do have
Mm.
people that don't answer the phone, and B ain't doing nothing. Oh, like I said,
I don't know who he looking at. Who in these comments?
they know who I'm talking about. They know, they
Yeah,
know. But
here's my
we
thing,
finna get back
Deshae.
into
If you have bad conversation, I'm not answering. I don't like to listen to you breathe on the phone. I'm not gonna sit here and have you ask me every 5 minutes, what am I doing? No, no, we're not staying on the phone for that. You can text me.
all right. Let's get into it. Hey, like I said, this is Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can be a guest, answer relationship and love questions, give insight and tips to better understand love and relationships. This is season 5, episode 4. Just let us to Cupid. Just I'm giving y'all the blueprints. Y'all gotta find out if y'all want to build it or not. If y'all want to work with it, y'all want to take it and run with it. I'm just saying. But we finna get into betrayal is betrayal is betrayal. It's no such thing as it can be fixed, it can be covered up, it can be patted down, none of that. No, betrayal is betrayal. And here are top 10 forms of betrayals in a relationship. Number one, let's see what y'all think about this. Not showing up on time. Let me tell you something. I'm always on time. I won't lie to you. I'm on time. I'm there. I will be there before you even get there. I'm just letting you know. I'm like that's how I am. I'm always there. And like Wyatt said, she said I'm gonna be there, and she was here. So
Mm-hmm.
not showing up on
I
time
know how to watch the
is a
clock.
betrayal for number one. Number two, not making your partner a priority. Hello? What we were
Oh
saying in the
yeah.
comments? Prioritize.
I'm
Priority.
always a priority, never
Hello?
an option. I'm never an option. I'm always a priority.
Is supposed to be in a relationship with you, they should be priority. Number one, number two. Yourself could be number one, or they could be number two, or you could be number two and they could be number one, depending on however you want to put that. Because your mental is also important too. Or you want to put it together in the same boat and y'all can rock it together, let it see what works. I'm just saying. But not making your partner a priority is a betrayal to a relationship because they gonna seem like you don't care about them. They gonna they gonna feel like it's a problem. Cookie, good.
That's true.
Shoot, I was number 6 quickly. Ooh, this is number 6. It's number 6. All right, y'all. Look, I understand. We had 2 special calls, and uh, Cookie is finna grace us in the box.
Hey,
Look
Cookie.
at that, looking like
Hello, everyone. I'm Cookie
she
from
looked like a
Boston
red velvet
High.
cake,
Huh?
huh?
I didn't hear you.
You like a red velvet cake with
Thank you for the
purple
compliment.
sprinkles.
I'm trying to fix my new ring light. I don't know. It doesn't want to work for me tonight.
All right. So, number 3, not being there when your partner is hurting or sick. Hello? What you talk about, Cookie? What you always be talking about? That mental, that what's going on? Come on now.
You need your
Not
partner to
being
be
there.
there. It's a support system.
If you're not
I'm
there for them,
available.
guess what? Let me tell you something. If you're not there for your partner when they're feeling down or sick, guess what?
They gonna
They're gonna
cheat.
find somebody else. And then
True.
that's
I know
full
me.
betrayal on both sides. And now you got a problem. And now you got a situation where you're trying to figure out what you did wrong. Guess what? You started off not being a priority to the priority
You're
one,
right.
and then
You're right.
you stop being that person. I'm like, come on now, you have to show up on time. You have to put that partner in priority one. Then you also have to be that partner when your partner's hurting or sick. Because guess what? If they can't work, you gotta be there. If they can't get up on
Absolutely.
their own, you gotta be there. Like if they going through something with their kids, you gotta be there. Because guess what? You're with that person.
You gotta
True.
elevate your partner. And then not only that, if your partner can't get up, then you have to be able to do it until your partner can do it.
Oh, here go a good one. Here go a good one. Number 4. This is gonna hit everybody up here. If you got a family, not contributing to the well-being of the family, me rather than we.
There's no I
True.
in team.
There's no I in none of that.
Mm-mm.
It's we are together because we gotta make this
Mm-hmm.
work. Because if we're staying together or if we're trying to make something work, then we have to put in the same energy, the same work, the same time. Because guess what? If one person ain't throwing in, let me tell you something. If one person is doing everything they can, the other person is down here not doing nothing, or just saying, "Know what? I'm so ready for you to get an apartment, or I'm so ready for you to get a job." But this person over here doing everything, they trying to get a job. They hustling. They making some type of income, but you still down here bugging your partner, telling them they not doing this, they not doing that. You steady hassling that person. Guess what? All it's gonna do is gonna drop them down because they feel like they worthless. They not trying. They not doing nothing. Because guess what? Now y'all back
Right.
together now
Mm-hmm.
at the same little level y'all was at together. If you down here telling this person that's up here that they having a problem, that you can't do this, you can't find a job. This person over here hustling. Guess what? You just say, "Baby, I see you doing a great job. You hustling, you doing that." Guess what? He gonna bounce you up, and boom, y'all coming up together. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Absolutely.
Or she gonna bounce you up. Because guess what? There are sometimes a woman is more financially stable than a man. But a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women don't appreciate, not appreciate. A lot of women don't like a man to be down when they're already up. But guess what? You never know what that man might have been through, what they're going through. Because a lot of people think that men aren't supposed to cry, aren't supposed to be, set back. They
Nope.
always
I
supposed to do
disagree with
everything.
that.
They're human. They're allowed to go through
We're
those
human
tough
too. We
things.
have feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
We got so much on our back that we have to do everything. But guess what? That's why it's called relationship, or that backbone to the relationship. So, hello,
I'd
gotta
rather a
help.
crying man and an understanding man and a nurturing man than a man that's just gonna be macho and act like there's nothing wrong. And then the whole world is crumbling and you lose it all.
I just want to
Mm-hmm.
know if you cry. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's sometimes I don't like to show my true feelings, but I like to really let them out to certain people. And when I do, it feels like a weight is lifted because I hold in so much inside that nobody knows. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people go through so much that they don't talk to people. And that's a form of that mental health, because if you do not let out what you're going through to
Can make you
somebody,
sick.
it will make you sick. It will cause so much pain. It will hurt.
Right.
All right. Number 5, not keeping promises. If you tell somebody something and you don't keep
Broken
that
promises.
promise, you just lied.
Well, if I can
That's
exactly, if I can't
betrayal.
depend on you
For
and a
example,
promise that you made to me, who am I gonna trust?
basically. Number 6, keeping secrets. Man, like I said, if a woman can't pass gas, sneeze, fart, burp, all that around me, it's a problem. You keeping secrets from me. Hello? Uh,
Well, then I
Those
guess
are
I'm
some
keeping
scented
secrets
secrets.
because I keep my secrets until we in there. Now, if we're in the dating stage, nah, you ain't gonna see a shit. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna see a poop. You ain't gonna see nothing. It's gonna strictly be like how you see me here. Like I can't do it until I know I'm
Man,
in
I
there with
want to
you.
hear
Once
it
I'm in
all. I
there with
want
you,
to hear
that's
you
it.
burp. Man, man, one of my exes, she passed gas around me. I was like, girl, you know you fall for that. She's like, I'm sorry. You didn't smell worse. Hey, hey, but she never kept
But it
nothing
has
away
to
from
be
me.
gray.
Oh man.
It has to be
Her
gray.
butt blowing you
Yeah, her
kisses.
butt blowing me kisses. Boom. All
And
right,
you know
number
what?
7.
There's a scientific study that the more you smell your mate's farts or anyone else's farts, that you're gonna live a longer time. And if y'all don't believe me, you can Google it. It's weird,
Well,
it's
nobody
crazy,
farted on my
but
face because
it says that that's
mm-mm.
true.
No, nobody farting in my face because I'm gonna get a pink eye.
No, it doesn't be directly in your face. They don't have to be in your face. But if you just smell their fart in the air, it makes you live
No,
longer.
you keep it on
Okay,
outside of the
well,
room.
okay. All right, number 7. Number 7, lying. Like I just said, keeping those, not keeping promises. You're lying. You're basically giving them false dreams, false hopes. Every time you say you going out, oh, I'm going out. I'll be back later on, but you going to see somebody else. Or you saying, oh, I'll be back, this, that, and the other, but you don't come back. It's a lot of the different things. Oh, you saying you're gonna pay the bill, but you don't pay the bill. You go and buy some new stuff to put on your car, or whatever. See that you can't do that. Humiliate. Oh, here go another one. Humiliating or putting down your partner in public or private. It don't matter which one it is. Stop it.
No, you're supposed to uplift me, not
There's a
make me
time
feel
of
bad
joking.
for who I am.
It's a time of joking, and it's a time of actually being serious. Like when you in public, you're not supposed to pick on a person if they have a deficiency or they have a problem. You lift them up in public. In private, the same way. You play and joke. Don't be serious like that. No, stop it. That's a betrayal to your relationship, betrayal to your friend. If you have a friend that's have a problem like that, and you're steady making fun of them while they're out in public, that's not right.
Hmm.
Number 9, committing committing an act of emotional or physical infidelity. Hold on, wait, pause.
Hmm.
Pause. Everybody, hold on 1 second. What it said? It said committing an act of emotional or physical infidelity. That means if you even thinking about it, not just doing it, thinking about it.
It is.
You can't think
That's
either. If
betrayal.
you're in a relationship, you can't think about you can't think about having you can't be fornicating with another woman in your brain. No, that don't work. What kind of
Or
stuff
vice
is this?
versa.
Same, yeah. You can't do that. You can't emotionally or physically do it. You can't think about it. You can't say, man, she look good. I understand you a man, but guess what? You got a woman already. I understand you got a woman. I understand you a woman, but you already got a man. You shouldn't.
Hmm.
I understand you got eyes and you gonna look, but guess what? Cut it right there. You can look and turn your head. I'm just saying. I'm like, we
Exactly, great
all
girl.
we all are we all are tempted. We all, have that urge of seeing things, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all oh my goodness, this is it's crazy. But guess what? If you have a woman that's right there beside you, that should boost your relationship even further. Like, man, I'm with this beautiful woman. She's everything that I need. Even though I'm seeing this online, this gonna make me want to love my woman more. For the ladies, it's gonna love my man more. Guess what? You know what, baby? Look, you ready to do something? Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's do something tonight. Let's do this.
Hmm.
Let me rub your feet real quick. We're gonna run your bath water. Just because you just saw that, it's giving you a spark in your relationship to make it better because it's gonna make you stronger. Don't look at it and say, "Oh man, I wish I was with this person." All she want to do is lay around in the bed. Guess what? If she laying around in the bed, she'll give her a massage. Hello?
Hmm.
I'm just
Motivate
saying.
her, take her out, give her a reason to get out of bed. You
That's what I'm
know,
saying.
wine and dine her. Make it fun. Even if you just dance in the house. Like I'm kooky like that. I'll put on music and be like, let's just have random dances in the living room or wherever we at. I don't care. Like I just like
Look,
to have. It could be the music in our head. Just let's two step. Like
my
you have to
my
spice
my
up the
number one
relationship
thing,
your way.
my number one thing I want to do, I want to have a Nerf wall in the house, apartment, whatever. I want to have a Nerf wall. I don't care what nobody say. It's one of my things. I want to have a Nerf wall. I
That's gonna
want to
be a
get a.
blast.
I want to when I basically I'm already at the house. I'm gonna have at the door. It's gonna say I'm in the house somewhere. Put your keys down. Load up. Come find me. That's it. That's all it's gonna say. Lights off.
Wait, she
All
had to
that.
be loaded up and come find me. Like she better really be loaded for real, cause as soon as she finds you, you gonna shoot her.
For real. But we can make it. We can make it a twist, and we can also make it a twist. We can say, if I win, I cook. If you win, you cook. Well, if you win, I cook. If I win, you cook. Or you
Or
could
you
do
have
Right.
just
my
spice it.
dinner, whatever works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spice that
spice
mug
it
up.
up.
And then we
Dinner on
got,
you.
number 10. Let's jump into
I
number
got Nerf
10.
guns already. You ready?
Here you go, nerd. Or a strip when you get hit. Ooh. Um, Number 10. Being physical. Being. Know what? I want to welcome everybody to Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can be a guest, answer relationship and love questions, give insight and tips to better understand love and relationships. We got the special co-host. Yeah, I'm gonna say co-host because Cookie kind of, came a little later. But we got Wyatt Matter because she matters to me, and then we got Cookie because I just need some milk on the side to dip. Never mind. Um, but y'all make sure I hit them with a fade. This is Dear Cupid, season 5, episode 4, betrayal. Why most relationships fall apart? Because of betrayal. So, number 10, being physically violent. See, a lot of women don't like to talk about it, but guess what? A lot of women go through it. And guess what? A lot of men go through it. And y'all don't understand that. A lot of men do be getting worked by a woman, or she might call somebody else to work it. But
Hmm.
I'm just saying,
Mm.
you gotta stop being so violent in a relationship. It should not get to the point where you're abusing each other. You are basically causing abuse to the mental and the physical, and also to each other. Because basically, sometimes it can cause you to hurt yourself as well. Suicide. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people go through so much, and they thought that it's supposed to have been a comfort zone in this relationship, but it's all it's doing is making it worse. And they think the only out is to let go. So
Right.
stop the violence stop the violence in the relationship. Communicate, talk, be transparent, understand each other.
Don't be scared to let go. If it's not for you and you guys can't communicate and grow, let go. It's better to be apart and find something new, but make sure you take the time to heal. Healing
Hmm.
is a major factor for everyone.
I'm like, I understand if you like to wrestle. I like to wrestle too, but if it gets to the point where you're actually
Getting hurt.
abusing and hurting and you see the marks and stuff, it has to stop. Somebody has to be the bigger person to step away and say, this is a problem. We need to sit down. We need to talk and figure out why has it gone to this level in this relationship?
You need to
Because
walk away if a
it should
person
never
makes
get to the
you,
point where.
where a person makes
And the
you
crazy thing
call
is,
them out
most
their
people are
name,
scared to walk
get
away.
physical. You shouldn't have to feel that way. I shouldn't have to feel like I need to hit you or do any of the sort. I shouldn't have feel the need to call you out your name. It should never get to that point. And if you're making me feel this way, then I don't need to be in this relationship.
Mhm. True. So I want to come to my last little question right here before we get into the Cupid story. After being betrayed, can you trust again after being betrayed or hurt? Can you trust again? Or how long will it take you to trust again?
After
That
being
all depends
betrayed
on
or hurt.
your that's all
Hmm.
on your personal on your personal healing process. What are you doing? How
Hmm.
understanding are you? Like, you have to understand not every person is the same. Not every person is going to betray you the way the last one did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be more understanding. However, you know, like I said, it's an individual thing. Like, how quickly can you process and move forward and make sure that you're fully healed and over that betrayal before you walk into the next one, or you're gonna carry that into the next one.
Yeah. Don't fault someone else for someone's of your past mistakes.
Hmm.
Undertaker.
To tell you the truth, after being betrayed for me, I it takes me a little while. Especially if we're still in a relationship. Um, I can't really trust you like I trust you before. Um, it's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take a lot of tests and trials for you to actually gain my trust back.
Of course.
Um,
The trust will never be the
because
same.
no, it's not. Because in the back of my mind, I'm gonna still imagine you doing what you're doing, even though you're not doing it anymore. Because that is a
Exactly.
trauma. That is something that someone is not looking for in a relationship. They're looking for everything that's supposed to be great and positive, yet they go through pain and sorrow and hurt because you just cheated on them, or you just lied to them, or you just betrayed them by doing something they asked you not to do, or you basically went behind their back. You listening to outside noise to bring back to the home instead of airing the house out. You're bringing in the
Hmm.
air from outside, and all it's doing is just running everything in the inside. So you're basically betraying the loyalty, the trust, the understanding, the communication that's in this relationship, and that's what caused this relationship to fail, to fall apart.
No
So,
matter how
like I said,
hard one tries, the other is still never going to be the same. So it's just going to cause more and more damage or more trust issues. And even if the person has changed and they're not lying, you're still going to feel some kind of way and not fully believe. Like you're going to need solid proof. And then most of the
like,
time, it just sabotages everything. So you might as well just let go.
all right. So, like I said, this is Dear Cupid. We now at the end of the show. We finna get into the short story of understanding Cupid's story. But like I said, this is Dear Cupid every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is season 5, episode 4. This, man, like I said, this is letters to Cupid. I'm basically giving y'all the blueprint. Y'all are asking the questions, and I'm putting them together so y'all can understand what is going on in a relationship, how to fix it before we even start. I'm throwing it out there for you guys. So, like I said, this is episode 4, betrayal and why most relationships fall apart. Remember last week? I mean, last week we spoke on for the last episode where Psyche she fell in, like not fell in love, but Cupid fell in love with Psyche, and they
Mhm.
basically he took her to this wonderful mansion, this palace, and everything, and she don't even know how he looked, and she's like, "Oh my God, he might be a monster. He might be a terrifying, ugly person." Like she's trying to figure out what's going on because he's coming there, sleeping with her at night, but during the day he's gone. She's getting everything that she desires, and her family is trying to figure out what is going on. Like what? So this what happens when she allowed her two sisters to visit. And what I just finished saying, letting family get in your ear, letting outside noise get in your ear. She already doing the wrong thing already, bringing in her family. Her two sisters that's already jealous about her being so beautiful.
Mhm.
Hello. They were
Right.
jealous of her beautiful home and insisted that if Psyche's husband really was a monster, she owed it to herself to find out. Cupid already said that you can't see me because I'm a god of love. You can't look at the veil of my face because that is against the rules. Like you can't do that. But her sister's coming there being all jealous, saying, "Look, you." So so Psyche was convinced to break her husband's only request. What we just finished talking about betrayal and why relationships fall apart. So
Exactly.
so Psyche was convinced to break her husband's only request of allowing his face to remain a secret. What? Hello.
A secret.
She gazed upon him in the night, and in doing so, she damned her relationship. You broke a secret that he already told you not to break, that
Right.
he had between you and him, but you let your sisters come in and say you owe it to yourself to see who your husband is when you already know that he's supposed to be this good looking guy, but you're saying to your in the back of your mind because your sisters just finished saying, "Oh, he's a monster. He's this, he that. You shouldn't have no beautiful mansion or no house like this because who is this mystery man that you sleeping with or this mystery man that you're supposed to be with and you don't know." So
Right.
a single drop of oil fell from the candle Psyche lit to gaze at his face, waking him. And Cupid, in all his majesty and beauty, fled the home, distressed by her betrayal. Distraught, Psyche went in search of her husband, traveling for many days, and she came to a temple. And basically, she got to go through trials to get him back.
Mm.
She didn't search for days because guess what? You done betrayed this man. He
She
said
should
he
have
loved
trusted
you.
in her
He cared
relationship.
about you. He didn't. You basically brought in outside noise to mess up your relationship, betrayed the man you're supposed to call your husband just because your sisters was jealous of your mansion. Your sisters jealous of the man you were with. You messed up yourself, and now your husband is gone because he feels betrayed. The start. The secret is out because now you're sleeping with a god. You're basically with Cupid. This man basically loved you. All he said was one secret that you can't gaze upon my face, but you have everything that you asked for. But basically, she even asked for it. He gave it to her
Exactly.
out of the love he had for her and wanted to keep her safe because he seen something in her. Even though he hit himself with the arrow, he was like, "Man, I can't believe she." He was already stunned already before he hit himself with the arrow. He was like, "Man, she is so beautiful." Ah, my leg. Like, I'm just
Oh
saying,
my
like,
goodness.
stop letting outside noise. Stop letting the air on the outside when you open that window come in. Stop it. Because guess what? It's gonna mess up a relationship. It's gonna mess up something that. that was so amazing. Basically, she had everything. She had the food, the loving, the house, the account. Everything was laid out for her. But you bring jealousy. You bring people around you that's bringing in ill thoughts to your mind to make it seem like it's a problem when it wasn't even a problem. I
Definitely.
understand you haven't seen him, but guess what? In due time, betrayal
Yeah, don't
is the
allow
number
anyone
one
else to
cause.
sabotage that.
Betrayal is the number one cause of a relationship to fail because there is no trust, there is no communication. He communicated with her and say, "Look, I have this mansion laid out for you. All I ask for you is to be my wife and not to gaze upon my face in the light. I'm only gonna be able to see you in the dark. That's it. That's it." And she
Right.
did everything, but she brings her jealous sisters into her life just because she was like, "No, I don't want to bring my family here and let them see." But they was already in jealousy because she was already beautiful
Right.
in the village. She was already beautiful. She had people gazing upon her like that, and now you bringing them to a mansion that they never thought they would ever step foot in, and then you have a husband that you know nothing about, but all you know is he gives you everything. He loves you at night, and he makes you feel like a queen. But you're only human, and he's a god. So just because, like I said, just because that man or that woman sitting high and you at the low, but guess what? He brought her up a little bit. He brought her up. She was living in a village. She was living in a whole
Yeah.
village, poor, poverty. Just she was just beautiful, but her heart was amazing. And he saw something in her, even though he accidentally hit himself. But he wanted her to actually see something differently in the eyes of what he goes through. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that story because next week is gonna be a whole different. The trials, the everything is gonna be. It's gonna lay out. It's gonna lay everything out on the line. Next episode is gonna be how can I reignite the fires of love. That's gonna be the next episode. How can I reignite
Hmm.
the flames, the fires of love? I'm telling you. Because like I just finished saying, she got to go through all these trials. She got to do everything she can to find her husband because she made a grave mistake of betraying him and his secret that they also talk to each other about. So, like I
Right.
said, tune in next time to Dear Cupid every Saturday, 8 p.m.
Looking
Eastern
forward to
Standard
it.
Time. I don't know who will be the co-host. Hey, it's gonna be amazing right here because we gonna reignite some flames. I'm trying to reignite some flames right now. Got dog Leo. Hello. All right. Look, Wyatt, go ahead and let them know what you got going on the app. We finna close this mug out. Since Cookie in the house, she can let the people know too. All right, Wyatt, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
All right. Once again, I'm Why Matter here every day, 10:30 a.m., 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am introducing my new show, Found a Way. We're trying to get it featured, making unconventional relationships the new norm. And every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern, I am in Cookie Stream for Difference Together, where we are making a difference in all aspects of life. And every Friday, I have Debate of the Genders, 9 p.m. Eastern. This coming Friday, it'll be single parents dating.
Hey everyone, I am Cookie from Moco Live. You can find me on IG as well as YouTube with the same handle at cookie underscore MOCO underscore tag. I do have the show, as Wyatt stated, is working on being featured as well. It's a difference together with Cookie, with my adorable co-host Wyatt Matters. Sometimes you can catch me here with Cupid and doing a whole bunch of other things. I do have a game show that I'm working on Fridays around 10 p.m. Stay tuned. I have many things in the works and I'm going for my top badge as well. So hope to see you around. Thanks for having me, Cupid.
All
Yeah,
right, no
thanks for having me
problem.
as
Hey, like I
well.
said, y'all make sure y'all fade these beautiful ladies. Hey, y'all already know there's special co-hosts in this thing. But like I said, make sure y'all hit us with that fave. Catch me next Saturday. I don't know who's gonna be the next co-host for next week. It's gonna be a surprise. I gotta find somebody. It may be these two beautiful ladies again. I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen with Cupid over here. But like I said, we out of this thing. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna reignite some fires in love next week.